1 out of 4 people have no access to medication. It's not a local problem or a regional problem, it's a global problem.
Ahmed, obviously the problem is there and there is the market for it. How is PharmacyMart taking advantage of the market opportunity?
Sure, there is a huge problem in the pharmaceutical sector globally. As you know, 1/4 of the population globally have no access to medication, which is a huge problem. So as PharmacyMarts, we created the first managed B2B marketplace for the pharmaceuticals, targeting the marketplace as well as augmenting value-add services to the customers with inventory financing as well as with logistics.
The health sector is definitely a big market, but there are a lot of challenges that may come throughout the journey, right? So what would you say is the biggest challenge that you faced to date?
Of course, for the past couple of years, especially in Egypt, with the currency devaluation and the devaluation impacted the importation of raw materials as well as the pricing of a lot of the medications, which impacted the availability. So this was one of the most prominent problems that we faced in the past couple of years.
So, Ahmed, how did you overcome this challenge?
We tried to diversify our revenue streams, mainly capitalizing on the resources we have, which is mainly the technology that we already built for our local utilization. And this was done through a white labeling agreement with a company in the GCC area.
Ahmed, you're a pharmacist and you've experienced working as a pharmacist, right? So if you could go back to day one, what advice would you give yourself?
Coming to day one, which is mainly focusing on the profitability and focusing on having a very self-sustained business in order to overcome the external challenges, either the devaluation, the external factors that are related for the investments, all these kind of things. From day one, you need to focus on this, especially with the fluctuations globally and in the region. So this is one of the key messages I will say to myself in the early beginnings here.
So timing is key, right? Yeah. During the pandemic, a lot of the startups were either thriving or suffering. And we all know that health tech was thriving, right? And that's when you launched. So your timing was great. How did you take advantage of that opportunity and where did it bring you today?
Of course, at that time, it was a huge opportunity for us being a startup in the healthcare sector. Of course, this accelerated the momentum with the investors. And on the other hand, the acceptance and the uptake in the market. Currently, we acquired almost 20% of the pharmacies in Egypt. So, of course, this helped us a lot, especially in the penetration of the market.
Great. And moving forward, obviously, there's always going to be challenges. Where do you see PharmacyMarts in the next 5 years? Do you plan to focus on the white label solution more, or is it going to be a mix of both the white label solution and the marketplace?
The learning is having a balance between both, not having a specific revenue stream that's giving you a huge percentage of your overall revenues, having Egypt as a separate operations to have good profitability, as well as the other part to be an extra or the other services to be on top of that. So this is our strategy in the upcoming period.